Pruning is an important management practice for keeping your raspberries healthy and productive. The type of pruning that you're going to be doing depends on the type of raspberries that you're growing. If you have summer blooming red or yellow raspberries, those are typically pruned for one crop a year. At this time of year, with the summer blooming raspberry, you're going to go in and prune out all of the old canes that fruited last year, and you're going to trim off any tips of the branches that have winter killed. And the remaining canes will flower and fruit this summer. Now you also want to do a little thinning on the summer blooming raspberries. So prune out any diseased or weak canes so that you're only leaving about 1 cane for every 6 inches or about 4 canes per foot of your linear garden. One of the most common diseases of raspberry is anthracnose, which will cause lesions on the stems and can girdle and kill the stems. Disease-infected canes will need to be pruned out of your planting. Now, red raspberries produce new shoots from the base of the stems from old growth, and they also produce new shoots from their root system. So they tend to be colonizers and will spread themselves throughout your garden. You'll need to keep them within a hedgerow of about 18 to 24 inches wide so that you can easily harvest all the plants and so they don't take over your garden. Fall blooming red raspberries are pruned with a different technique. They can be pruned to manage 2 crops during the season, but most gardeners choose to have only 1 crop during the season. It's an easier pruning technique, and you'll end up with 1 larger crop of raspberries in the fall. So with 1 crop management technique, what you'll do at this time of year is to go in and simply prune all of the canes down to the ground. And you'll get brand new growth initiating here in the spring. That growth will start to produce flower buds later in the summer, and you'll get your 1 crop during the year. But it's usually a larger crop than if you manage the plants for 2 harvests during the summer. Black raspberries have a little different growth habit than the red raspberries do. The new shoots for black raspberries come from the base of the old growth, and so typically they grow from a crown and they don't spread through the garden the way that red raspberries do. They're very vigorous though, and the stem can get quite tall. So typically we're going to prune black raspberries twice during the year. As the new shoots come up about midsummer, you're going to want to top those off at about 30 inches. That allows the lateral shoots to grow, and the lateral shoots is where your fruit development is going to be. This time of year, you want to come into your planting, and with any canes that were new primal canes last year, you want to trim the lateral shoots back so that they're about 8 to 10 inches long, somewhere in that range. And this will help the fruits that develop on these branches to be nice and big and productive. After you've finished harvesting all your blackberries this summer, go ahead and prune out all the canes that fruited this year. Then your plants will be ready for a new harvest next summer.